Hi friends, it's Carrie and I am back with our read aloud for today. Our book is called Nightsong and it is about a little bat named Chiro. I hope you enjoy it. It's one of my favorites and the pictures are just beautiful. It is written by Ari Beck and Loren Long. Here we go. The sun had set, and the shadows clinging to the walls of the cave began to wake and whisper. "Chiro, little wing," the bat mother said to her child, "tonight you must fly into the world, and I will wait here for you." "But the night is dark, Mama. Darker than the moon's dark eyes, darker even than the water before dawn," the little bat exclaimed, twitching his ears this way and that. "I know," whispered his mother. "And when it is that dark outside, I cannot always see," Chiro admitted, stretching his wings. "There are other ways to see," she told him, "other ways to help you make your way in the world." "How?" "Use your good sense." "What is sense?" the little bat asked. He does look nervous to go out on his own, doesn't he? I remember being nervous when I was going out on my own too without my mom. His mother folded him in her wings and whispered into his waiting ears. "Sense is the song you sing out into the world, and the song the world sings back to you. Sing and the world will always answer. That's how you'll see. Now fly from our cave to the pond where we bats like best to eat. Have your breakfast, then fly back home, but do not go farther than the pond, not unless your song is sure." And then she let him go. He's out on his own. I'm thinking about the song that they keep talking about in here. And I'm remembering a word we learned earlier today, echolocation. Keep thinking about that as we go forward. Chiro's in the dark. Chiro fell into the cold air for an instant, then flapped and turned and flew out past the mouth of the cave and into the waiting night. It's very dark. Very, very dark. At first, Chiro tried to peer his way through the dark. Long arms rose up in front of him, waving slowly, blocking his path. He could not see around them or over them. Chiro was frightened. It's all dark. But he remembered his mother's bright words. Use your good sense. Chiro began to sing. Softly at first. Do you see him singing? It's breaking up the night, adding colors, adding shapes. But then more surely, his song flew ahead of him, and soon he could hear something singing back. Tall trees called out to him, chanted the lengths of their long branches and the girths of their rough trunks. Gleefully he flew through the woods, past pines, over maples, and away. He's using his echolocation song to be able to see and sense what's in front of him. Flying higher now, Chiro saw something sliding towards the sky, towards him. So out went his song, and where danger once threatened, now Chiro saw only a flock of friends flying above him on their evening errands. He's met some friends, some geese. As he flew farther, Chiro had heard strange sounds. The lines of noise, 1,000 voices buzzing from one end of the sky to the other. Just for a moment, Chiro didn't know what to do or which way to go. But he followed his song. In the sky behind him flowed a river of whispers, fading away. The pond was just ahead. I think they're talking about like telephone poles. And the wires that are going there. When Chiro came to the pond, singing still, he was very hungry. All the night creatures were there above the reeds, thousands of tiny, flying, tasty things, each one humming a different tune. For Chiro, each of their songs sounded like breakfast. I guess we know what bats eat now, don't we? Little bugs and insects. A lot of them are found near ponds, so that's why he went to the pond. Churro ate well that night. I love this picture, his little belly. So cute! When he was full, he stretched his wings again and thought about flying home. But he began to wonder, just a little, what lay beyond the pond? What lay beyond his mother's words? What do you think? Do you think he's going to keep flying beyond the pond? Let's see. Oh, cute. So Churro flew a bit farther, and the familiar fell away from him, out to the margins of the world. Then he was truly on his own. It's time for him to go exploring. Oh, wow. He flew towards a high dune, each grain of sand calling out in chorus as he passed. Churro flapped up and over the top of the dune and out over the strand, singing louder than he ever sang before. That's beautiful. What a treat to be able to see that from a bat's perspective. Out went his song over the dark water, then again and again, each wave on the ocean rising up to greet him, each wave on the ocean rising up to greet him, each splash of sea foam becoming kin to him. The sky began to change, grow light, and cast long shadows over the shore. With the morning came the memory, his mother's voice. Her warm wings. Churro knew it was time to go home. I don't see much darkness now. He can see everything. Flying higher than he'd ever flown, Churro began to sing, listening. The music of the land rose up in all of its many textures, each tree, each cliff, each place he'd passed, until finally the song of home added its voice to the others. Still flying. His cave called out from the blanketing shrubs and pillows of moss at its mouth, and Churro followed that familiar sound back to the sheltering earth. He's going back home to his cave. Now we see the morning light coming too. Because remember we talked about how bats are nocturnal. They're up and active at night, and then they sleep during the day. So even though the sun's just rising, Churro's getting ready for bed. His mother caught him all up in her wings and asked, "Was it very dark in the world, little wing? What did you see?" "Why, Mama," Churro said, laughing, "it was very, very dark. And I saw everything." And then he yawned and turned his head into the warmth of her body, letting the rising sun's quiet song carry him, lull him, sing him to sleep. The end. I hope you loved that story as much as I do. I'm going to go watch the Bat Cam now that we have the link down below. So I hope you join me and get to see some real live bats and see what they're up to. All right, friends, have fun on the rest of your animal adventure today.